This world is wicked and complicated. I was walking the street when a man parked his posh car and called me, saying that he appreciated me and was interested in me. I was touched and surprised to hear someone telling me that he appreciated me and want to work with me. This is how this relationship began between me and this apparently wealthy man. When I paid him a visit, I saw that he was rich, he was charitable, and just like that he began to give me money. In truth, he was pursuing an interest in my life. Over time, this man, who was from the country of Madagascar, wanted me to become his same-sex partner. Despite his money, I was not alright with this proposition. I came to realize that the man was giving me because he was pursuing an interest which was same-sex marriage. Despite my refusal, he kept giving me money and many promises. When he was about to leave the country, this man from Madagascar told me, "I want to initiate you, so that you can have money like me. I will leave you a treasure that made me great." Quickly I joined him in a hotel room in the city center at midnight. When initiation began, he told me, "I will call a woman of the sea that made me great and rich." First he pulled a huge saucepan from the underground in a mysterious way, inside which I saw a snail shell and a brochure. There was a mysterious snail in this shell, for he had breast and sex. This man told me, "I want you to make a blood covenant with a woman that live underwater." With a syringe he took blood from my body and inserted in the sex of this snail. He told me, "Now that you have entered in covenant with the woman of the sea, whenever you think about her she would come, and whenever you are in need, money will come to you through people in a mysterious way." This man gave me a magic tools and book to keep. When I went home to sleep on that day, in the night I got the visit of the siren. She introduced herself to me and said, "My name is Baphomet." I came to understand that this initiation was not a game. I became attached to this lady of the submarine world because of money. Baphomet had the body of female but the head of a goat. She was really rich and gave me a huge amount of money. My dear, I want to warn you not to envy handsome men in the city. Not everything that shine that is gold. This female demon gave me 4 eyes. I could see in the back of my head. She gave me power to turn to a panther. Since high-level Satanist turned to wild animal, I was turning to a panther. In the world of the spirit, there is very often test and challenge of power between Satanist and witches, who always test one another. I came under attack from witches and Satanist in the spirit world. However, I was always protected by this female demon. When this demon became my wife, I was supposed to travel every day beneath the sea. I left my body and my spirit turned to a panther, to join the demon Baphomet, and we went on a visit of the world of spirit with Baphomet, who introduced me to different spirit of the submarine world. They were snake, reptiles and anaconda. Some of these spirit were hybrid, having the body of a man and head of animal like lion. Some of them had the body of birds and head of men. I got to know many wicked spirit thanks to Baphomet, who was the supreme mistress of the sea. She ruled a government underwater made of various female demons. This lady had a government made of minister, mainly mermaids. When my wife tried to wake my body, a member of Baphomet government was entering my body temporarily and talking to my wife as if it was me. Not even a week after meeting this siren, I began to see financial opportunity multiplying in my life and money was coming to me. Whenever I got a lot of money in the day, this lady Baphomet would tell me, "In the night I brought you money," and she would specify the amount. Then she will tell me, "Tomorrow, I will give you this specific amount of money," and things were happening exactly the way she predicted. Money was coming easily and I bought many place in a posh area of the capital. Later she warned me to never sleep with my wife again. I was already married and had children when I met her, but I accepted all this because of poverty. I lied to my wife, "I am consecrating myself to become a pastor. We need the separation of the body. We cannot sleep together for now." I began to sleep in the other room. This separation of the body enabled me to practice magic secretly on the back of my wife. As I began a new life with this woman of the marine kingdom, in the night I had to introduce my sexual organ in the snail shell. As a result, I traveled to the mysterious world underwater, where I had another life with this woman with who we had 2 children. In her place she had hundreds of bottles of human blood that she drank, and I learned to drink blood with her. She only came to the surface to warn me of danger. I was the one to travel to her world beneath the water. a dimension where people drink human blood like water. This world underwater is like our terrestrial world of men on the surface. Many cars we have on the earth come from the submarine kingdom, where many stuff are designed and sent to earth for human. In the submarine world there was no human form, only hybrid form. I saw spirits that were snake with human head, many spirited human body with head of snakes and all kind of animals. I spent 2 years with this woman, and she gave me everything I wished, and a lot money. As a result, my ex-girlfriend that saw that I had become rich began to follow me, chasing me everywhere. I tried to avoid her to save her life, but she kept chasing me because of money. When someone is avoiding you, there is always a reason for that. It is better to give up following him. When I slept with my former girlfriend the following day, I learned that she died. In the night the siren Baphomet told me, "I am the one who killed your girlfriend. You were not supposed to sleep with a woman of your world. That's a law that you have breached. Beloved, do not go after men for money. It is dangerous. You may fall in the hand of a Satanist and it will be death." Then one day I was robbed by armed robbers who took huge sums of money from my place. I was angry and decided to sacrifice them. When I traveled to the world that is beneath the sea, I told Baphomet I got robbed a lot of money, and I want to kill these robbers. To my surprise she told me, "You fell under my judgment. I am the one who influenced and sent these men to rob you. I have changed the clause of the pact between you and me. I need to drink human blood and you must bring me blood. I have decided that you must offer human sacrifice. I now want human blood. This world beneath the water is all about human blood." I told this female demon, "This was not your initial condition." She replied, "You have to comply. Things have changed." When I returned to Earth I began to lose peace. I was not comfortable with the idea of shedding human blood. I called the man who initiated me as we kept contact. He said, "You have to comply, you have no choice." While I was hesitating to offer human blood, Baphomet began to come out against me. Actually, when I went to the bank to get cash, the bank told me they don't recognize my identity, yet there were thousands of dollars stuck in that bank until today. This was Baphomet's strike. Money was slipping away from my hand, for the devil was taking away what he gave me. I went on to sell one of my compound in a cost of $50,000. I cannot explain how this amount of money dissipated just like that. My wife was angry when that money went missing in an unexplained circumstances. It was Baphomet going after me because I was failing to offer human sacrifice. I sold expensive cars, but money was dissipating without any explanation. This demon had control over my life, to a point where I was left with nothing because I refused to offer human blood. Naturally, I am a compassionate person. It was unthinkable for me to offer human blood or kill a man. It's true that poverty got me in the occult, but it was not my type to kill. I am naturally humanist. I was supposed to kill for her, but in my soul I prefer to die poor than to kill. She told me the more you kill the more money. In a period of 3 months I lost everything. She disposed me of everything that belonged to her. I could not even rent a room. I returned to my parent place for I was empty-handed. They thought it was life. I will bounce back, ignoring everything, after taking away everything from me. Baphomet continued to threaten me. Finally she told me, "Since I gave you goods and money, and you failed to offer me human blood, you are the one that will die. When you die you will come to the submarine world. That's where we can live together forever." I felt I was now in danger. When I called the man who initiated me, he told me, "You must assume your responsibility and do what you are supposed to do." But I was categorical. I will not kill anybody for money. Very quickly I began to seek help. I decided in my heart to turn my back to this female demon. Immediately she knew my thought because we function in the world of thought. She said, "Well, you can go seek help and we will see what will happen. I will show you that I have power." I thought about going to visit a mystic in the outskirt of the city that night. Since she knew my thought, the female demon appeared to me and said, "You want to visit that man for deliverance? There is nothing there. Go and you will see my power." When I went to see that mystic for deliverance, he refused to receive me and avoided confrontation with Baphomet. Then I went to a pastor in the city for liberation prayer, but when he learned that I was a Satanist he refused to deal with me. He was not confident. Then I went to a Catholic priest, who agreed to pray for me. In his covenant he asked me to enter the magic circle that he drew. He brought a basin of water. When he began the service of prayer, suddenly I saw that he was hit on the head with a stick and he fell to the ground bleeding. He went into coma. Many of the priests came to support him in prayer, but it did not work. I learned that he died. Then I watched a pastor in TV preaching. Despite my doubt about men of God, I took his number. Sister Carol, who pray in his church, told me, "On Friday there is night vigil. You can come." On Friday when I took the bus to go to church, Baphomet confused me and I took the wrong bus. And the next day when I took the bus to come to church, it was again the wrong bus. This water spirit was trying to stop me from going to church. When I went home I took the pastor number that was notified in TV, and I called the pastor. I said, "Pastor, pray for me, for whenever I take the bus to come to church the enemy is confusing me in order to stop me from reaching the church." When he prayed I was able to find the church. When I arrived I saw him praying for people and casting out demon. I was worried for him. The demon he was casting out were inferior's demon, and I wonder if he will be able to stand toe-to-toe with Baphomet. I said may God help him, but I don't want him to be humiliated before the members. The pastor told me to wait, he will be back. I said this one must be running away from me. When I saw that he was taking time, I called him on the phone, and he told me, "My friend, wait for me, I am coming back for you." When he came he sent a servant to deal with me. I said this pastor does not realize the threat and power of Baphomet. I can see that this deliverance will last a week. To my surprise everything went well. After few hours of prayer, I was delivered in the name of Jesus Christ and Baphomet never came. Amen.